Alright, great. I'm pumped up for this talk, so I want to make sure you guys are pumped up too. The reason I got you guys to do that, well, I expect better than that, right? Your expectations that you have for your clients will determine how many leads you're going to get from them, okay? So, I'm just going to start off by pumping you guys up a little bit more, asking you a couple questions here. Now, who wants to, by the end of this long weekend here, have 50 to 100 new people, potential clients to call?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice, right? 50, maybe 100 people. 100 people. That's like, you know, you work the whole summer off that, right? Okay, what would you do, and actually, what would that do to your business? What would it do to your business?
It would grow it.
Grow it? Yeah, okay. Just think about that for a second. How would that help you?
Money.
Of course.
And then you get more leads.
More leads. Great. Now, I'm here to tell you that this is going to happen. If you just apply what I'm going to teach you right now. Okay? Now, by the time I'm done with you guys tonight, alright, your clients will be begging you to call their friends and to go show them some Cutco. Alright? And obviously about how awesome you are as a person as well, right? So I must warn you though, this talk right here is only for a select few people, okay? It is only for people who have memorized their leads approach. If you haven't memorized your leads approach, get out. There's the door. No, seriously guys, I assume that most of you guys have. Alright, my expectations and Chris's expectations, pretty much every AM in here knows their leads approach and expects that by the end of training you figured it out as well. And if you haven't done so, I urge you to do so because you can't really take advantage of what I'm about to tell you right now if you haven't gotten that down. Okay? But like I said, it might not even matter at the end because they'll just be giving you recommendations. Alright? Alright, so there are three things that that will get you, what are the three things that will get you 15 plus recommendations from a customer?
If you're likable.
Pardon?
If you're likable.
Likeable. Alright, that's good. What else?
They like what you're selling.
Definitely, they like what you're selling. You know, is that an issue for us? Is that, no, everybody loves Cutco, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a given. Don't need to worry about that one.
Trust.
Trust, that's a good one. They like you, they trust you. What else?
They don't feel pressured.
They don't feel pressured. That's good. So, I mean, there's three keys. I get you guys to write these down. If I could make maybe like an expo marker that works a little bit better, that'd be awesome.
Unfortunately, I need to go buy some. So
Alright. Okay, so the
We're
first
gonna
one here,
work with that.
on the regards to trust and like, Cass or Dylan, you're just about right on this one here. We want really, good, it's all good, because you're writing it down, right? So it doesn't really matter if you can see it properly here or not, just as long as it, there we go. Alright. Good rapport. Good rapport.
That's the underline.
Number one. Alright, good rapport. They like, trust, and the last one, guys, which one's missing here?
Respect.
Respect, very good. That's simple. They like, trust, and respect you. That's through building good rapport. Now, I don't like to say building, I like to say establishing, because the rapport is already there, alright? You just need to find it. You just need to make that connection, right? I mean, treat every customer like you've known them since birth. Because if they knew you since birth, do you think they'd feel they like you, they trust you, and they respect you, give you a couple more recommendations? Of course, your family members give you a lot of people, right? Great. All you got to do now with the people who don't quite know you well enough is just make those connections. The rapport already exists. You just need to establish it, okay? Now, number two. Well, anybody have an idea what number two might be? This stuff gets a little bit more advanced. What do you think?
Give them a good incentive.
Incentive. I like that. I like that. It'll be somewhere in there. But number two, expectations. Hands down, expectations. Now this is one that not a lot of people have mastered yet. And that's cool because we don't really teach it in training formally, alright? Expectations are, obviously, once somebody knows what you're looking to get out of them, then they know what it is to perform, right? So essentially, I'll give you guys a couple ideas on how to build a lot of expectations for your clients. And that's what my talk today will be. I'll give you some nuggets, definitely for this one. And the third one is you're saying some incentive. So the last one here is free stuff, of course. Alright? So free stuff. Put those three down. Okay, so in regards to the first one, so number one, good rapport. Everybody put that as a title, okay? Because I'm going to give you a couple things. Make a whole page for good rapport. You'll take 3 pages for this because I'm giving you some awesome stuff. You can write some stuff down. So of course we've got kind of 2 things going on here. When you're building rapport, we're going to give fishing questions, okay? What are fishing questions? Anybody know what that is?
looking for answers that you don't already know.
Yeah, well, what are we fishing for? Information, right? Information on their friends, right? So we gotta cast that reel in there, right? So what are a couple questions that would really help you figure out what their network's like and actually build recommendations before you get there? What do you think, Gabby?
How long have you been in the area?
Yeah, that's number one. If you guys don't have that one down, put it down. All right? How long? Area. Just not even write the whole thing, you know what I'm saying. How long have you been in the area? What else? I mean, of course, any other questions? Let's get a couple up here. Yeah.
No, I mean just ask them questions about their family, like these pictures and stuff. Ask them about their
Great.
kids maybe.
Awesome. How many kids they have, right? Kids is definitely one of them. You're able to kind of look on the wall, and a master at this stuff here will fish before he actually asks the questions. He goes around looking around the house like this and that. All right, he knows exactly what questions he's asking because he already knows what the customer's going to say. Yeah, I have 3 kids. Well, you already knew that. There's 3 kids on the wall. All right? Brothers and sisters, right? Why do we want to know if they have any brothers and sisters? Leads. Those are aunts and uncles you can go see, right? Okay. Who else? Who else has a question? Good fishing question here. Yeah.
Anyone like to barbecue?
Yeah, that one's good. All right, anybody you know who likes to barbecue? I would actually save that a little bit towards the names and uses section. When you're actually talking about barbecuing, you drop that down. Who do you know who loves barbecuing the most, right? I'll get that to that in a second there. But, of course, here's a really great one, and the one that I challenge you to do every time, okay? I want you guys to just think real quick here, a small activity. What are you part of? What community? Like, because you can come to your customer and say, hey, I really like the community of, when I go to church. It's great. I love seeing everybody there. That's an awesome time. Or, when I'm in part of my sports team, right? Who's here is part of a sports team as well? You got a couple people out here, right? So if you're part of a sports team, say, well, I love, the atmosphere of the sports team, right? Or a club, like a book club or anything, right? So if you actually touch base on that and you say, hey, are you part of any team? Any club? Any church? Right? Obviously, you can't just ask that flat out. Talk about yourself first a little bit. And then, by the way, do you go to church too? Yeah, because if they do, who can they refer you to? Everybody at church. If their kids play in a little softball team, right? All the parents, yeah, that's right. So I'll get you guys thinking here. So write this one down, right? Community. And when I'm saying community, I mean that's anything that you're part of that they could be part of too, right? So on belongings of church, I like that one. Sports teams. Teams and clubs. All right. Now I'm gonna give you guys a couple nuggets. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple nuggets. You guys ready? Yeah! All right. You guys are gonna love these once I'm telling you these. All right. It's gonna be a little long, but I'll give you the chance to write them all down properly. Okay. And the reason I'm getting you to write them down is because you're gonna remember them. If you write them down, you're actually gonna use them. So here's the first one here. When you're building rapport, all right. Here's what you'd like to say somewhere at the beginning of the presentation. Mrs. Jones, do you know what the hardest part of my job is? Start writing this down, okay, guys? Do you know what the hardest part of my job is? Now, what do you think Mrs. Jones might say?
No.
I'm not sure if that's a yes or no question. Do you know what the hardest part of my job is? She might say no, all right? But what would she say is the hardest part? What do you think that might be? Making sales, yeah. Pardon?
Seeing people maybe?
Not bad, right? Okay, well, tell you what. She might say, well, selling a lot of Cutco. Tell you what, the hardest part is booking appointments, all right? So selling Cutco is easy. Keep writing this down here. Selling Cutco is easy. By the end of the presentation, you'll be begging me to buy it. All right? Now say that with a little bit of a joking smile, okay? You don't want to be like full out serious, okay? The hardest part is booking appointments. Everybody seems to be busy these days. Shucks. You see, I'd much rather be doing demos than lounging on a couch watching TV. I'll repeat that one. But why is this so good? Anybody tell me that?
You're telling the facts.
Good, the facts, of course. Yeah.
Because you're showing that you're motivated. You actually, you're looking for work. You're going out there. You're putting yourself out there. And,
Yeah, exactly. People might be busy, but that's no longer an objection, right? Oh, my friends are busy. Yeah, I understand they're busy, but I don't want to be on the couch watching TV. I want to do something with my summer. I want to make some money so I can go to university, right? I want to get some experience, right? So that's great. Another great nugget. I got this from Chelsea Banks, all right? pretty awesome. She's a Southern girl. Down at RDC, I was at Detroit, by the way, and there's just 700 and some odd reps there. Learned a whole lot. A lot of this stuff is coming from there. All right. So you can have a lot of trust in what I'm saying here. But here's another nice nugget. Go ahead and write this one down too. My goal today, Mrs. Jones, is not that you buy a bunch of Cutco. My goal today, Mrs. Jones, is not that you buy a bunch of Cutco. My goal is that you like me enough to introduce me to some of your friends. My goal is that you like me enough to introduce me to some of your friends. Is that okay? And I love asking for permission. Mrs. Jones, can I stand up? Like, yeah, go ahead. Mrs. Jones, can I get a glass of water? Yeah, sure. Mrs. Jones, can we cut up some food? Right. She might find the most ridiculous request, but it just shows that you're polite, right? So is that okay, Mrs. Jones? All right, and the last one here, and I really like this one, it's great. Now, Mrs. Jones, has everybody finished writing the second one there that I had down? That nugget? Everybody got that? Now, the third one and the last one I'm going to give you guys for building rapport section. Now, Mrs. Jones, I barely have time to see everybody I've been referred to. All right? Now, Mrs. Jones, I barely have time to see everybody I've been referred to. So what we're saying here is that we actually get so many referrals, but everybody's busy and it just, I don't have much time because I'm trying to do everything. It's just crazy.